And to the National Alumni Association of Spelman College, thank you for nominating me and allowing me to be honored this afternoon. And to Anne Marie Lockhart, you have my heart. It is truly an honor to stand before you today, surrounded by so many remarkable women, many of whom I've had the privilege of them being in my village. Your love, your support, and your friendship has shaped me, and I am deeply grateful to all of you who came to support me today. Receiving the Rooted Champion for Learning and Excellence is not just a recognition of my journey as an educator, but a testament to my unwavering love for children. Education is more than a profession for me. It is a calling, it is a responsibility, and it is a lifetime commitment for me. I have been blessed to witness so many young people, incredible young people, grow up, including Vanessa Bell Calloway's daughters, Ashley and Allie, two brilliant Spelman graduates, and they both, where are you, Allie? You know you warm my heart. You can only imagine being a daughter to Vanessa Bell Calloway. I won't share some stories. And to Judge Maybelline, Tashamika, and now Dee. Where's my Dee? You have raised some extraordinary young women. I have just a little slight story about Darlene, because I knew she would, Dee. She Dee now, just Dee. But I was the director of United Negro College Fund for almost 12 years. And Dee walked into my office, I think she was maybe 7, 8. She had a little bag in her hand, and she asked if I wanted a manicure. I said, well, how much is your manicure? She said it was $2. So I said, sure. She came into my office and she proceeded to, file my nails, and then she asked if I wanted polish. I said, no, I'll pass. So she was finished and she came back to collect her money, and I just said, how much do I owe you? She said, $20. I said, $20. She said, yeah, it's $2 a finger. Today, Dee is thriving. She is an entrepreneur, honey. Every business that you can think of, she's holding it down. Seeing these young women thrive, it just reaffirms that what we all know is that it truly takes a village to raise a child. And when we pour into our children, when we guide them, when we nurture them and uplift them, we are ensuring that our future is in capable hands. My dedication to providing our young people with tools they need to achieve their dreams is a commitment that I hold sacred. It is non-negotiable, but the dedication didn't begin for me in the classroom. It began at home with my mother, my first and most important teacher. My mother, Kathleen Richardson, taught me the power of love, resilience, and self-worth. She was gentle yet strong, wise beyond measure, and keenly aware that challenges that I would face. And many of you have heard some of my stories, but for those of you that don't know me, I will share just two. One was being probably the tallest little girl in my elementary school. And I stayed the tallest until the 6th grade. I was taller than my kindergarten teacher. So either she was a serious short person or I was just really that tall. Well, by the 3rd grade, I had Brenda Rogers, and I really wanted to be the line leader. And I asked continuously, and she said, Carliss, you know you're too tall. And if I let you be the line leader, the kids can't see. That made no sense to me even at 8. So my mother, Kathleen Richardson, I went home because I was always the board monitor. My penmanship is off the chain because I was writing down names probably every day. But the line leader is where I wanted to be. So my mom got dressed. We lived right across the street from the elementary school I attended. And she went to see Brenda Rogers. And she said, you know, good morning. Everyone knew my mother because she was the PTA president for 6 years. As long as I was there, she was going to be there. And she shared with Miss Rogers that I wanted to be the line leader. Miss Rogers had the audacity to tell my mother the same thing. She said, well, you know, if we let Carliss be the line leader, the children can't see. My mother said, well, then they better follow. My mother was an untrained psychologist in her own right. She was a fierce advocate for me. She instilled in me the confidence to stand tall, both figuratively and literally. She demanded justice and equality, not just for me, but for all children. Another cute little story. I was blind as all get out. I'm just squinting in school. They're moving me to the front of the class. I'm in the front of the class, and I still can't see. Back then, they gave you eye exams. I had one, and they recommended to my mother that she take me to the eye doctor. And she did. My mom really didn't like to drive here in Los Angeles, so we pretty much took the bus everywhere. And we rode to Children's Hospital. And they gave me a thorough examination. I got me some blue glasses and some pink glasses. And on the way home, I had those blue glasses on the bus peering out the window. I had never seen grass so green. My mother, they would tell me all the time, girl, your mom is so pretty. And I'm like, mm-hmm. Girl, I turned and looked at her. I'm like, ooh, she is really pretty. She put her hand on my knee and she said, Carliss, now when you get to school, I don't want you bragging. I looked at her and turned those phones off. I looked at her and I said, what am I going to be bragging about? She says, now God gave you 2 eyes, and you got 2 from the doctor today. That makes you have 4 eyes. So when you get to school, and those kids that don't have 4 eyes and didn't go to the doctor and get an extra pair, I don't want you being mean. She walked me across the street that morning, and as soon as I got in the gate, they said, ooh, Carliss, you 4-eyed it. I'm like, I already know that. In today's language, it would be, don't be hating. But I was like, don't be mad. Because you still have 2 eyes from God, and you could go to Children's Hospital and get 2 more. Untrained psychologists. I am still that girl. I just kept getting taller. Anybody can tell you that when we're taking pictures, I am not that girl that you want to put in the back, because you can't see me. All of the pictures that I got over the years, I was a blur. My president of the Lynx chapter, she can attest to that. I've always tried to figure out how can I not be this tall and be in the back. So I had her to appoint me as her chaplain. So I'm sitting right there with her. I got my line sister here today. When I was online, it was 54 of us. I was number 50. You know I wasn't the ace, and I wasn't the tail, but I had formed my own little, within the little whatever. We called ourselves the Fab Five. I make that statement today because I am still that person that when I walk into a classroom and I see the same kids in the same position every day, that's got to change. We break their little spirits when we do that. We make short children feel they're superior to tall children, and we make tall children like me feel like we're inferior. So you know, when I started teaching, the Z's became the A's, the B's became, because we have to mix it up. We have to support the whole child. And if you don't see them like my mother saw me, then just take a step back and remember when you were that little person, and remember those things that perhaps you got bullied for. They're still happening. They don't change. There isn't a day that goes by that I wish my mother was still alive. But those are for selfish reasons, because in truth, she never left. The lessons that she taught me continue to guide me as a school board member, as a parent, as a friend, as an author, and just as someone sitting in the room quietly, making observations. Yeah, I'm quiet sometimes. So I leave this podium today because I am reminded that I have a responsibility to Kai, to Corey, to Brooklyn, to Jayla, to Reva, to Morgan, to Austin, to Autumn, to Anson, to Ethan, my little nephew. He is Mr. Hampton, just a little shout out. Be graduating this year. To Micah, who's a sophomore at Spelman. To Aaron, and to my two sons, Jaron and Jordan. We must nurture our relationships with our children. Believe in them, love them, even when there are moments we think that the love is not reaching them. Because one day, they will stand where we stand today. They will be shaped by our love, and they will be able to carry the torch forward. So congratulations, Judge Maybelline. Congratulations, Ashley Jackson. And congratulations to my new best friend, Rosalind Brewer. I feel the love today, and I am most appreciative of this award. Thank you.